We're live right now. Good evening, everyone. Hi, everyone. You're welcome to this wonderful edition of our Global Opportunities for 21st Century Educators. So, if you're on this live stream, I would like you to go on the chat and say hi so that we can recognize you. Can go on the chat and say hi so we can recognize you. Hi. Happy New Year. We are live. Happy New Year. Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you for coming, everyone. Yeah, you're welcome, Mary MacArthur Floyd. You're welcome to this webinar. I'm so happy to see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And I have on the panel, on the discussion panel, I have our facilitators, one of our facilitators, Engineer Vincent, is here with me to give me moral support.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to be here. Thank you.
Engineer Vincent, could you type your channel on the chat so that those participating can go ahead and subscribe to your channel? And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on the subscribe button right away. Click on the subscribe button right away. When you subscribe to this channel, you support our work and ensure that we continue to be on air to bring free resources to you. I will soon start. I'm just trying to introduce us. Erino Shotolu. Hi. Thank you for coming. If you know you can hear my voice, I would like you to go to the chat and say hello or hi so that I can know who is here. I also have someone on the discussion panel with me, Engineer Obi Ator. You're welcome to this live chat. Hi, Brian. You're welcome. Thank you for coming, Engineer Obi. Thank you, Engineer Vincent. Thank you, everyone. If you know you're just joining, please say hi on the chat so that we could recognize you. Uchechukwu M, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. Ogo Maduesi, Maduesi, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. Ebele Onwu Chuluba, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I just shared our AI instructors channel If you could go ahead and subscribe to that channel, that would be good. If you're just joining, Oluchukwu Wonye, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I can see you. I can see you all. Irene Shubby, I can see you. Thank you for coming. I'm happy to see you. In a short time, we're going to start right away. I'm not going to waste much time on this very, very vital and important uh, webinar. I'm not going to waste much time on this webinar. So, choosing the right platform to teach your course. Choosing the right platform to teach your course. This is a very, very vital topic that I decided to share with my colleagues. I say you're my colleagues because, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ejiro John. I'm an engineer by discipline, but I am also an educator, and I've been an educator for the past 10 years. I have 10 years experience in the education sector. And so I actually have felt the pains of teachers, of educators all around the world, especially in my country, Nigeria. As a result of this, I have battled in my head to know how to impact the education sector, not just the students. For a long time, everybody's focusing on students, how to improve education, how to reach students, but nobody's talking about the educator. Nobody is thinking about the welfare of the educator. You know, like I tell some people, I say education, teaching, it's more like I compare it to farming. I say teaching and farming are the same thing. It's that hard. Nurturing people, teaching them, bringing them up, making them become professionals, imparting knowledge to them is as hard as physically farming. That's my description of teaching. From my experience, it could be that hard. And to add to that, this issue of the welfare of the educator is globally things are shifting. There's a shift. There's a shift in delivery, in the system of things. From there's a shift to the online and the globalization section of doing things generally. So how can we come on board and not be left behind as educators? Because the world is moving very fast and it's on us. It's already on us. The fact that we're becoming global, we're going global. Everything is becoming internet based, everything is becoming electronically aligned, everything is becoming internet based. How can we come on board and be part of this? So a few days back, I belong to some other platforms on WhatsApp. Like there's a group of educators, my colleagues, about 500 of us on that group. So I try to invite some of them to come and enroll on this free course, and someone was quick to castigate the idea. Why? Because he was like, we cannot eliminate traditional forms of education. Now, he complained that that we cannot eliminate traditional forms of education, which is the normal brick and mortar method, or the normal teaching in the classroom, with a blackboard and a chalk. Now, I responded to him. My response was this: I am not eliminating traditional methods. That is the foundation of education. You cannot eliminate the traditional mode of teaching. We all know that is a method we were brought on board. That was how we all learned. That is the traditional method. Being in a class, hearing from your teacher, learning, taking your notes, and all that. So, the idea of this webinar is not to eliminate traditional methods or modes of teaching. The idea of this webinar is to upgrade. How can you come on board? How can you, as an educator, not be left behind in the scheme of things? Because a lot of us are slowly becoming obsolete. We are slowly losing our learners, the attention of our learners, because they are carried away with the new scheme, with the new globalization, with the new method and modes of education. Unfortunately, they are being educated in a way that we would not like them to be educated, which is entertainment. They are more educated in entertainment. Why are they more educated in entertainment? Because the entertainers have taken advantage of the online platform. They have taken advantage of the global stage. And we as educators and professionals, we need to take over the global stage. We need to bring education on board so that we do not lose our learners. So that we do not lose our learners. Do you know that there are so many platforms? I cannot count. In fact, as many people as there are as many platforms where you can reach, have a wider reach as an educator. So this webinar is about choosing the right platform to teach your course. What do you teach? It could be academic, it could be a skill, it could be anything whatsoever. Could be teaching games. Some people teach chess, they teach Scrabble. Some people teach coding, some teach traditional subjects like maths, English, uh, chemistry, physics, art subjects. Some people teach STEM. Some people are in the higher educational sector, the university level. Some people teach the nursery level, the primary level, the secondary level. Do you know that you can move your audience? You can have a wider audience. You can have a wider reach. You can be in your house, your home, your office, your school, and reach a wider audience. I took a survey of some popular online educators, and I took like a journey on their platforms. Some of them are having like millions of subscribers. Just people coming to listen and learn simple subjects. You could teach anything online. You could teach makeup, you could teach cooking, you could teach sewing, anything whatsoever could be taught online. So now, quickly, without wasting much time, this course explores the crucial considerations and factors involved in selecting the right platform to teach courses, aligning with the global opportunities for the 21st century educators program. So I'm running a project, and the project is connecting educators with learners. And this is the first phase. The first phase of this project is to make sure that the educators are on board, they are up to date, they are equipped with the necessary knowledge or with the necessary tools they need to come on board to connect with the global world of learners. Now we have so many platforms, so many platforms. We cannot count them. For instance, the platform that you are watching me through, that is YouTube. In our time, teachers can teach people from around the world. Deciding on the best way to teach is a big choice that can make learning more fun and better for everyone. The world is our stage. I tell people the world is your stage. The world has become smaller thanks to internet, thanks to online. Now we have several platforms that you can use to tutor. Several platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, WhatsApp, Telegram, name it. If you know, if you have an idea of it, you could type it in the chat box. If you know any platform that you think can be used for tutoring, could you just type it in the chat box and I'll mention it. Thank you, Lizzie Oka, Dr. Lizzie Amadi. Thank you. Thank you, Pius Loniello. Thank you for coming. If you know the platform that you can use to teach or tutor online, whatever your skill is, can you type it in the chat box so that I know that you, at least you have a knowledge of that. Hello, Grace Sydney. Can see you on the chat. I'm expecting a response from the audience. If you know a platform, any platform online, yes. Brian says LinkedIn. Ogo Maduesi says your website. Yes. Hello, Evangeline Eliana. Thank you for coming. Okay, LinkedIn, your website. So many platforms. In fact, there are so many. There are so many. And we're just going to pick on a few of them. Google Classroom. Aisha Bello says Google Classroom. Ismaila Badmus says BIP. BIP. I've not heard of BIP. Tell you there are so many. So there are reasons, there are things we should consider and take into consideration when you want to select a platform. Now there are so many platforms, but there are things you need to consider when you want to select a platform. There are reasons why you select certain platforms. All platforms have their different features that will enable you deliver your course or your tutor your course or your subject effectively. There are different platforms. They have different purposes and different features. So first of all, the first thing we should consider is understanding what are your goals? What do you want to achieve? Do you want to impart knowledge? Do you want to advertise? Do you want to put a message out there? Do you want to engage with uh, your participants actively? So if you understand your educational goals, it will help you to know which platform to select. You cannot, there are certain platforms you cannot select. For instance, you may not be able to select WhatsApp if you know you want to share your slides. You cannot choose WhatsApp as a platform because your WhatsApp is not enabled for you to share your documents or your slides. You may not be able to use there are different platforms. As we continue in this class, I will mention some of them. Then you have to consider your target audience. Some platforms are age specific. There are some platforms you have younger audience, and some platforms you have more older audience. So you choose your platform based on the audience you expect to meet. There are some platforms like Facebook where you have a very large number of people, a very large audience. While there are some platforms that you have more professional audience like LinkedIn, then you also consider the equipment you have at hand. If you have the right equipment, there are certain platforms that do not accommodate certain equipment. So you have to take that into consideration. And then you Look for a platform that is easy. Support and training means it's easy for you to learn how to use that platform. It's not difficult. It's not uh, it's not will I say technical, using those platforms. And then also you consider scalability. Are you reaching these people? Do you want to grow? You want to grow your audience? You want to get bigger and bigger by the day, or you just want a small class? Or let's say, okay, maybe you're doing a private class with somebody. You may not be able to use YouTube to teach a private class. You may need to use a different platform to teach a private class. Then cost consideration. Basically, most of these platforms are free, but there are certain features that may not be free that you may need to pay for. So you consider that there are some platforms that, for instance, if I use Zoom for this webinar, I would need to get I will need to subscribe to Zoom for this webinar. I'll need to subscribe, paid subscription, so that I can have unlimited time. But if I use YouTube for my webinar, I can be on this webinar for hours. I'm not going to stay here for hours though, but just giving you an example. I can be here for hours because YouTube is unlimited. If I use Facebook, it's unlimited also. If I use Instagram, it's also unlimited. If I use Messenger, it's unlimited. Or if I use Discord, Discord is unlimited. But if I want to use certain platforms that have more functionalities in terms of uh, classroom features, I'll need to go for a paid subscription, like Google Meet. Can you hear me? Okay, like Google Meet and Zoom. Okay, now let's move on. Now, like I was saying, Zoom offers a lot of features. They have a whole wide range of features like breakout rooms, chat functionality, interactive whiteboards, collaborative and engaging learning experiences. You can communicate with your learners. You can also bring on more facilitators to teach. Okay, Irene Shobi says an important feature is bandwidth requirement to be connected. YouTube takes more bandwidth compared to Google Meet. That's very, very correct. That's correct. Well, I'll need to confirm that. I'll need to confirm that. Then we have Google Meet. Google Meet and Zoom, I classify them in a group which I call the collaborative and conferencing platforms. They are easy to use for collaborating with your participants and for conferencing. So, some of the key functionalities of these platforms include video conferencing, scheduling and integration, screen sharing, real-time collaboration, live captioning, recording, security features, participant management, chat functionality, multi-platform support, breakout rooms, course delivery with multimedia integration, professional skill development through webinars, self-paced learning and assessments, real-time coding sessions. So if you want to have a coding session, you can actually use these collaborative platforms and conferencing platforms such as Zoom and Google Meet. There are so many others. There are so many other conferencing platforms and apps we can use. We have Microsoft Teams, we have Cisco WebEx meetings, we have Skype, we have so many others. So many others. There's Discord, there's Viber, there's Facebook Messenger. I don't know how many of you have tried using Facebook. Facebook meeting room. If you've used Facebook meeting room, could you just indicate with a wave? It's a very, very interesting. I've used it once, but I wasn't really cool with it. But I had a very, very sharp video delivery and sound delivery in Facebook. Although it's not as popular as Zoom and all the others. Uh, okay, now remember that the availability of features and limitations of free plans may vary among these platforms. So it is essential to review their specific offerings based on your requirements. So what we're trying to say here is that most of these conferencing apps are not free. They are not free continuously. You may they may be free but with limited features. So you need to consider that. For instance, if you want to have a webinar that's going to stay longer than 40 minutes, you may need to know that platforms like Google Meet and Zoom will ask you to subscribe, or they will cut you off in the middle of your webinar. And you know how that is. When your webinar is cut in between, you may lose some of your audience. So you have to consider all this when you're choosing the apps. Now we have YouTube, which is a learning super hub. Now my main reason why I love YouTube is that it's really global. If I'm using Zoom, it's only a specified audience. Only those that get the invite link can come into Zoom or Google Meet. But YouTube is open to the world. Anybody from any part of the world can just stumble on your webinar and attend. So if you're looking to reach people, to have a wider reach, then YouTube is a learning super hub. Also, YouTube is full of resources. YouTube, as we speak, contains billions of videos. So if you mention any topic whatsoever and you Google it and you search it on YouTube, you will find millions of videos on that topic. That's how vast and versatile YouTube is. YouTube is one of the best for me. For me, you see, everybody's unique. Everybody has their preferences. So I love YouTube because YouTube has a lot of versatility, and then you can also monetize YouTube. You cannot monetize Zoom. You cannot monetize Google, but you can monetize YouTube. When you get to a certain stage, you can apply for monetization, and YouTube begins to pay you. Now you're having lessons, you're teaching your students, and YouTube is paying you at the same time. Same thing with Facebook. Okay. WhatsApp. Okay, let's talk about WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a messaging application, and has also evolved into a versatile tool that educators can effectively incorporate into their teaching strategies. This user-friendly platform offers a range of features that facilitate seamless communication, collaboration, and engagement among teachers, students, and parents. In fact, some schools have fully adopted WhatsApp. WhatsApp is their school. Every training go on in WhatsApp, videos, audios, notes, tests, exams, everything. Even this webinar, this training, I can do it on WhatsApp seamlessly and effectively, although it will not be a live video webinar. So WhatsApp is a very handy tool for educators, and it provides an easy way to communicate, share resources, stay connected. Teachers can create groups for classes, instantly share updates, and streamline assignments. Parents can also be part of these dedicated groups. So WhatsApp is powerful. It's the starting point for every educator is a starting point. Then we have Telegram. Telegram is a very powerful tool. Though it's not popular, but Telegram has been upgraded. You know, you can actually host a webinar on Telegram. You could share your screen. You could uh, access channels worldwide on Telegram. It provides a secure and versatile platform for communication and collaboration. There are several ways educators can leverage Telegram for global outreach. So that's for Telegram. If you know you've not said hi on the chat, please say hi so I can recognize you. Hello, Precious Lee. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Ogomaduwesi said, when it's a paid training, that's where Zoom and Co comes in. Okay, yes, that's right. She said, when it's a paid training, when people pay for that training, Zoom, you could organize all the people that paid to come for your Zoom class. So that's where it works out. Also on YouTube, YouTube has paid webinar features. Like on this channel, if you, on my channel or any channel on YouTube, if I am monetized on YouTube, you see a button that says join. So once you click on that button that says join, it prompts you to pay a certain amount based on the category of membership. And then when you join, I can host private webinars for members of the channel. So YouTube also has the private webinar feature. Then we have Facebook. Facebook is also very, very powerful. Facebook is actually number one for educators. If you want to grow your page, you want to grow your business, you want to grow your class, your subject, your skill, you want to grow it. For instance, you have a group or a membership of 20. You want them to reach 10,000, 20,000. Facebook is the number one and the fastest way to grow your channel. There are ways, in fact, we all know that Facebook is number one in adverts. When you want to advertise your business, Facebook is very, very good. Leveraging its diverse features, educators can connect with students, share educational content, foster collaborative learning on a global stage. Facebook is very good for business development. If you're looking for customers, looking for clients, looking for students, apart from your sphere of contact, Facebook can help you with that reach. You could even advertise and specify the particular people you want to reach. If you want to advertise on Facebook, you could even specify that, okay, you want just women, or you want just people between the ages of maybe 13 to 18, or maybe you want men, or you want married women, or whatever you want, you specify it. You can also specify geographical location. So Facebook is like a marketer. It markets your business. So Irene said you can have Irene Shobi. Let me read what she said. She said you can have WhatsApp Live, but within a group setting. Best advantage of WhatsApp is that it is incorporated as a messaging platform, something we use daily as compared to, say, YouTube and Zoom. Good. Then Oluwasegun Ogunfolu says this platform does not allow one. Oh, he omitted the word allow. He said this platform, that's YouTube, does not allow one to do other things with the phone while listening. Okay, but if you can use your laptop to be on YouTube while you free your phone to do other things. So I want to welcome Ferdinand Belgam. Thank you for coming. I see you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. So we have other, there are so many others I was supposed to mention. There's so many others. Okay. There are so many others. Let me quickly get. Okay, so I'll quickly get. There are some other platforms that are very important that we need to um, know about so that we can know which particular one will be good for us to choose. If you know you've not said hi, please go to the chat section and say hi. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we have Instagram. Instagram is another platform that is Facebook, similar to Facebook, and is similar to Facebook because now Instagram has a lot of features. See, educators can create an engaging and interactive online presence, fostering a positive learning environment outside of traditional platforms. Now you can also advertise on Instagram. In fact, Instagram has platforms specifically for educationists, specifically for educationists. Then you can also use Instagram stories, a feature on Instagram, to gather feedback from students or conduct surveys on their preferences or understandings on the topic that you have taught. Then you can promote events and have workshops. You can announce and promote educational events. You can use Instagram story highlights to create and organize important educational content for easy access. Then you can use hashtags. You can use hashtags on Instagram. You can use hashtags on Facebook. Now, hashtag is a quick way to identify your content on social media. Hashtag is a quick way to identify content on social media. So, for instance, if I'm creating this webinar, I hashtag educators. I say hashtag educators. What I mean by hashtag educators means I'm telling YouTube or Instagram that this video is about educators, it's focused on educators. So by the time I put that hashtag, people visiting that platform might be searching for videos or content that have to do with educators. So that once they type in educators, your video will come up or your content will come up. So hashtags can be employed in uh, some of these platforms. Okay, then you can engage with students. You can collaborate with online educators. You have IGTV on Instagram for longer content. So now let's move. We have TikTok. I know most people, once they see TikTok, they think of dancing videos, they think of dancing videos, food videos, and so on, jokes, and all that. But TikTok, I have seen some big educators leveraging TikTok, using TikTok to create short videos. But I know TikTok is basically for short videos, They have you can do live streams on TikTok. You may not be able to share your screen or your slide on TikTok, but you can have live videos and live streaming on TikTok. Okay. Somebody said something. Okay, I've not seen Adeoye Abosede. You're welcome to this live. Adeoye Abosede, hi. Daniel Houghton, hello. Joyce Omar Jene, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. So Irene Shobi says, maybe you can share most needed learning needs for the 21st century educators. This way, someone can get an idea on what to begin teaching online. Then Ferdinand says, very true, we can use the Facebook platform for international marketing. Okay, so now let me attend to Irene Shobi's question. You said maybe you can share most needed learning needs for the 21st century educators. If you look at, if you're in the group, in my WhatsApp group, you'll find out that I shared the course outline. The course outline. So the third training, we're going to talk about the tools you need to start teaching online immediately. So now today's class is about outlining the platforms that you can actually teach on. So now I'm telling you, this platform, you can use this platform. This platform will enable you teach well. This platform is for advertising. This platform is for short videos. This one is for webinars and so on and so forth. So I have to outline it because we have a lot of some of us here that are starting from scratch. So they need to know the different platforms. They need to know the different platforms. Uh, Yehuda Chad Umoreng, you're welcome to this. You're welcome to this. Irene Shobi, I hope you're okay. You can type a response if you have any other concerns towards that. I talked about Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very, very, very important. In fact, if there's a way I could emphasize LinkedIn, LinkedIn is will I say is your LinkedIn is your CV. When I was opportune to go for a conference abroad, everybody I networked with asked for my LinkedIn. In fact, that was the story. Are you on LinkedIn? Can I have your LinkedIn link? Can we connect on LinkedIn? Because LinkedIn is like your CV. It describes you. It describes what you do, your skills, your profession, your work online, your thoughts. It's also LinkedIn is an avenue to meet professionals like you, people in your skill. It's so serious that even students in secondary school are on LinkedIn. They are all on LinkedIn. It's that bad. It's that serious. So LinkedIn is very important. If you're not on LinkedIn, please go and create a profile on LinkedIn because you could be spotted by a very, very important opportunity on LinkedIn. In fact, when I was, my mentor told me before they start anything with me, my mentor in Microsoft, before they start anything with me, I should go on LinkedIn and update my LinkedIn. So I took a whole day. I had to start uploading all my activities from when I left university till date. So LinkedIn is very, very important. Also, you could share videos on LinkedIn. But I know there is no conferencing on LinkedIn. There's no way to collaborate on LinkedIn in terms of trainings and webinars. But it's a very good way to get information about your profession, network with people in your profession, and scale up your skill and scale up your profession. You're welcome, Janet Ogoro. Thank you for coming. That's my mom. You're welcome. So I've mentioned the basic, uh, platforms that as educators, if you start with these ones, you will go a long way. It will take you a long way with in being on the global stage educationally. It will take you a long way. First of all, I would like, if you're not on any of these platforms, I would like you first of all start with your LinkedIn. Go back to your LinkedIn, create your LinkedIn profile. It's your CV actually. Nobody asks for CVs outside Nigeria. They ask for your LinkedIn profile. That's what they do. So go and fix your LinkedIn profile and choose one of these platforms. You could choose either of these platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, uh, Instagram, any of those social media platforms. You choose one because that is how you're going to reach your learners. That is how you're going to reach your learners. That's how you're going to be introduced to new learners and then also to your fellow educators. So you have to go and create a profile on those platforms. And then if you need training in any of these platforms, you could also contact us after the webinar so that we can brush you through on those platforms and how to go about them. Joseph Oshi, you're welcome to this webinar. So finally, we have SteamYard. SteamYard is a streaming platform. What I mean by streaming means it's streaming is live videos. That's you want to communicate live online. StreamYard. What StreamYard does is StreamYard connects all your social medias together. For instance, while I'm talking to you right now on YouTube, I'm using StreamYard. I'm actually using StreamYard to air this webinar to you on YouTube. And I can also share it on Facebook, share it on my Instagram, on my LinkedIn, and everywhere at the same time, concurrently. So StreamYard helps you to live stream, even when you're not a professional TV technician or engineer. StreamYard is for the novices or the unskilled in the area of live television production. So StreamYard can help you to do that. But the only issue with StreamYard is that you have to subscribe. The free version of StreamYard is highly limited. It's highly limited. The free version does not allow you to record videos, does not allow you to share on more than one social media platform. So now I want to look at the drawbacks. You know, these platforms, choosing these platforms is it's filled with challenges. We have one or two challenges in choosing these platforms. So some of the challenges could be that there could be distractions. You know, when students are on social media, they could just be easily bored. They could just see an advert and get carried away from the lesson or the webinar. You know, I actually experienced that because I have a few students online that I do that I take personal classes. I find out that they sometimes I'm teaching them, they are not, their mind is somewhere else. Probably they are watching something online while I'm teaching. So there is no way to monitor somebody that is on the other side of the camera. There's no way to know whether he's actually listening to you or he's paying attention to what you're teaching. Then there could be constraints of equipment. Maybe they don't have laptops, they may not have phones, good phones. There could be constraints of data and network. There could be constraints of awareness. There could be language barriers and so many other challenges of e-learning. Custom to Venture, thank you so much for visiting. Thank you. So, in conclusion, choosing the right platform to teach a course is a multifaceted decision that requires careful consideration of various factors. By, first of all, aligning your goals, understanding your audience, evaluating the features of these platforms. Educators can harness the power of digital platforms to create impactful and global learning experience. So, this is the conclusion of this uh, lecture. Abdullahi Saminu, thank you for coming. You're welcome. You wrote a comment here. You said, is it possible and good to be mixing your profession and skills? Example, marketing activities at one profile in LinkedIn. Oh, that's a very good question. Um, it depends on the particular profession. It depends on the particular profession. I don't know who can answer this question. I would like to share. I don't know, Engineer Obi, are you on? Are you there? Engineer Obi, Engineer Vincent. I don't know this question. You can you help me answer it from your own perspective? Please kindly unmute yourself. Okay, I'm sharing a link. If you know you can, if you want to say something, you can join the link and I'll enable you. If you know you want to say something, you can join the link and I'll enable you to speak. You can join the discussion. So that question, I'll need to check it out. Um, I don't think LinkedIn is for adverts. But if you want to advertise on LinkedIn, it has to be done in a professional manner. Has to be done in a professional manner. Obviously, definitely you could advertise on LinkedIn, definitely, but it has to be done in a professional manner. It's not like it's not exactly like Facebook. It's not like TikTok. So you need to really okay, Mr. Joseph, please could you join the link? I shared the link. I shared the link. Join the StreamYard link, and then I'll let you come and speak. Mr. Joseph Oshi, if you can join the link, or you can still, if you can't join the link, you can write down your contribution. Okay, then Brian said, I feel people should know you for one thing, then you gradually expand. Okay, I think what Brian is trying to say here is he's trying to say that it's a gradual process. You need to get visibility and exposure on the global stage before you start trying to sell your products. But he's also talking about expansion. Definitely, if you're on the platform and you're consistent and you're following the rules and you're doing the right thing, definitely you will grow, you will expand. Letitia Onyejegbu, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Okay. Irene Shobi says, first of all, at Abdul, first of all, yes, it is possible. LinkedIn is really professional. Here we put in info based on your career. So if you want people to know you skill wise, fine. If professional wise, fine choice. Yeah. To add to what Irene Shobi said, I actually think you can put all your skills. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, you will see all my skills are there. All. I put every skill. Um, I put facilitation, I put business development, any skill that is a skill. In fact, LinkedIn will give you options, over 200, 300 options of different skills. So what you do is you select. When you go to your profile and you're editing your profile, you see skills. You pick up any skill that you think is good for you. You can also advertise whatever you want to advertise. It's a saner platform. That platform, you have more professionals there. So, and it's more global visibility on LinkedIn actually. Okay, Pen Poor, you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming. He said your comment. He said there is always provision to define both your professional development and skill acquisition. That is correct. Then Evangeline Eliania, must someone join your channel before you can teach them personally on how to use any of the mentioned platform example LinkedIn? Evangeline Eliana, it's not compulsory that you must join my channel. If you want to me to teach you personally on the mentioned platforms, LinkedIn and so on, you could contact me and then I will do that for you. Then Pen Pour says the best is to know how to blend both together, but let it be meaningfully aligned. So, is there any other question before we call it a day? So our next our next lecture on global opportunities for 21st century educators. I'm actually going to blend the two classes in one. The next two classes I'm going to blend them in one. The next class is hold on, I'm trying to get to the list of topics. Okay, so I have the list here. Okay, now today we did choosing the right platform to teach your course. The next lecture, which is going to be in 2 days, is tools and equipment needed to teach your course. The tools and equipment needed to teach your course, and freelancing sites for tutors and learners. Tools and equipment needed to teach your course, freelancing sites for tutors and learners. Now, tools and equipment include those things that you need as a tutor so that you can teach online. How do you teach online? What equipment do you need? Laptop, phone, digital pen, webcam, camera. We're going to go on an in-depth class on that. And then freelancing sites for tutors and learners. There are websites, there are platforms where tutors meet learners, where you have access to learners. So we're going to talk about those. I'm going to share one or two of those sites, and also by the grace of God, we are trying to create a platform for that too. Part of the project is to create a platform that is going to connect the educators, the tutors, and the learners. A platform, an app, a website that's going to connect these two interest groups. So then we're going to have a class on monetizing your online class and things to guard against, on how to prevent fraudulent students and guardians. And then after that, we're going straight to AI in education and academic research. How you can use AI to help in your teaching, how you can use AI to improve your delivery as an educator. And then we're going to go to introduction to cybersecurity, and finally, cloud engineering, which is going to be a very interesting one, because cloud engineering is going to tell us about AWS cloud engineering and how to gain the entry level skill to become a cloud engineer, and how to customize your CV and start applying for jobs online. So it has been a very impactful class. I don't know if there's any other question. I don't know if there's any other question you have for me. So I want to call on Engineer Obi. Do you have anything to say? If you have anything to say, please kindly unmute your mic and make a contribution.
Okay. Thank you so much, Engineer Ejiro. It's been a very wonderful session, and we learn every day. We relearn every day. It's a nice platform for the educators because uh, no, our most of the educators are not deploy these tools online, to enhance their teaching and expand their global reach. I think with this, I would like to encourage everyone to try their hands in one of these platforms so that you could expand your reach and reach out to others too, and you would see how it's like. So I really want to encourage everyone to key into that. It's a nice one to participate in, basically. Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Engineer Gio. Yeah, we appreciate your the talk this evening, or the lecture this evening. Thank you. Yeah.
okay. Thank you so much, Engineer Obi. Thank you for joining me and giving me moral support. I really appreciate you. And if I didn't mention your name, please pardon me. Um, Pen Paul, we're going to close with this. Pen Paul said, "The best is to know how to blend both together, but let it be meaningfully aligned." Okay, so she's saying that we have to, he or she, I don't know if it's a lady or a male, they are saying that we should know how to make use of social media It's a tool as a global educator. It's a big tool that we can use to grow our game. It's a big tool we can use to grow our skill. You can gain visibility. You could monetize. It could be a side hustle. Teachers and educationists, we are always looking for how to make extra money. This is another way to make extra money. If you join a freelancing website where you can teach your skill online, by the time you have the complete tools you need online. You join the platforms, the freelancing platforms, or the platform that we are planning to create for educators and learners. By the time you join and you connect with a proper learner, you set up your profile professionally and make yourself marketable and sellable. By the time you do that, before you know, you might even start bringing in more money than what you're earning as your salary. So that is the whole idea. Me being an educator, I know how difficult it is earning a very small salary that cannot pay your house rent, cannot pay your children's school fees, cannot do anything for you, but we're just managing, and we keep hoping on God's blessing. Someone said the teacher's reward is a heaven. I reject that statement. The teacher's reward is here on earth and also in heaven. So, another way for us to begin to reap our rewards is for us to tap into this global opportunity. Try and see how you can upgrade yourself gradually. By the time you follow through with these lectures, you will become at least 40%. 40 to 60% is enough for you to start growing and upskilling your game in the online. This Engineer Vincent, you have any closing words for us before we go?
Yeah, good evening. One thing I would say is something that I hold very much from all you've said
Oh, sorry. I think Engineer Vincent is having some network challenge. So sorry about that. So sorry about that. We'll just give him some few seconds before we call it a day. You guys have been so wonderful. You stayed here for 1 hour and 8 minutes. Thank you for staying with me from the beginning to the end. I hope you got some value. And I want to encourage each and every one of us, if you do not have a learning platform or profile set up online, try to set up one on either YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Then compulsory, go and set up on LinkedIn. That's the assignment I'm giving you. By the time I come back for the next lecture, I'm going to ask if you have set up your LinkedIn profile. So, thank you so much for being with me, and have a blissful evening, and see you in my next lesson. I wish you a happy 2024. This year, teachers are going to shine. We're not going, the economy of this country is not going to affect us. We are going to soar above, as long as we continue to take advantage of these opportunities that are before us. This is in no way eliminating traditional methods of learning. This is only encouraging and increasing, and will I say upscaling your skill in order for you to earn more, increase your earnability, increase your marketability. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I will see you in my next class. Thank you. Bye. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.